Hi, my name is Angela Proctor and I'm a children's author. And I am super excited to be part of Glasgow Loves Reading because, well, I'm from Glasgow. I was brought up in the East End of Glasgow in a place called Carntine. And you know what? I always loved reading. Well, that's not actually true. My love for reading began when my dad took me to the library. My dad took me to Parkhead Library. It was about 20 minutes away from our house and you had to walk through the park to get there. And when we got there and I got through those doors, it was just awesome. I used to rummage through all the books and then delve into them, taking myself into other worlds. I could be anywhere, you know. I could be in space, back with the dinosaurs. But mainly, I really enjoyed fairy tales. I used to love going into the world of princes and princesses and frogs, and it just took me somewhere else. In fact, I loved it so much that I grew up to write fairy tales. And my fairy tales are all about a wee witch, and her name is Thumble Tumble, and she comes from Scotland. She is from a wee island right here in Scotland called the Isle of Arran, because there is still real magic on that island, or so it's told. And today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to read for you from the very first chapter of the very first book that I ever wrote. And this is called Thumble Tumble and the Allfeist. And with it being quite close to Halloween, this book is actually probably very appropriate. The chapter I'm going to read from is called The Broken Coven. A long time ago, on a tiny island just off the coast of Scotland, there gathered a coven of witches. This coven brought together 13 of the most powerful witches on earth. The witches had travelled from some of the most remote places on the planet, from the vast, freezing cold plains of Iceland in the north, to the great barren deserts that straddle the equator. The witches gathered in secret on this little island every 100 years in order to restore the balance of good and evil. The coven consisted of 6 good witches and 6 evil witches, and one witch known as the arbitrator, a witch who was neither good nor evil. Among the evil witches, there was an ice witch called Frangelica, a troll witch called Tabitha, and a night witch called Mildred, the most evil and powerful of all of the dark witches. The fine balance between good and evil had prevailed throughout the centuries until one day Mildred decided that she wanted to rule over the coven. And so a dangerous struggle between good and evil began. Mildred used her most evil and cunning powers to turn witch against witch. All those who would not yield to her command were destroyed. And over the years, Mildred and her followers killed hundreds of good witches, and dark forces began to appear on earth. For when the coven was broken, so too was the balance between good and evil. I'm going to leave that right there, guys. I hope you get the chance to maybe finish this book or read another book of your choice, maybe in the library, maybe in the school library, maybe from your bedroom, maybe borrow it from a friend, do a bit of book swap. But whatever you do, guys, please keep reading.